You know, I think it's fair to say we've all been in a situation like this. We've been playing Smash Ultimate for what, 7 years? We've all encountered some online shenanigans like what you're seeing on the screen. And yes, this is actual gameplay from actual online Wi-Fi match, and that is actual lag. It's something that has plagued this community since the game came out. And the truth is, Smash Ultimate's an awesome game, but more so offline than online. Yes, we still have competitive events online. Yes, they're still hype. Yes, they're still awesome. But a lot of that hinges on where you are located to get that optimal connection. Hence why we have a lot of tournaments that are what? Region locked. It's just how it has to be. But what if I told you that there is a solution to this abomination that has plagued the Smash community for these many, 7 years or so? Introducing the latency mod. Okay, this guy Blue Jay over here, this homie right here, I'm deciding to release the latency mod tonight. Excited to release it, but this tweet will also be a thread explaining some things about why it's taken a while and what to expect in the future. Well, this came out February 18th. Okay, maybe the only good thing that came in Black History Month that they asked me, because where were these companies at? Anyway, there's no sponsor to this video. Moving on. Back to let's stay focused. The point of the matter is this: I didn't even know this was being worked on. I had no idea this was in development. I guess it's been being tested and changes are, they go on to say that, this is not fully complete. First of all, this isn't complete, but that doesn't even matter. This is a really impressive feat. Now you're probably thinking to yourself oh, it's easy to just put that out there. Where's the actual proof? Are people really riding with this? What do our top players have to say? Well, all you got to do is click tweet activity, go down, and you can see some of the first replies quoting this. MK Leo and Riddles, two of the finest that this game has to offer. Okay, so clearly top player feedback is at a point. If you think about it, what we talked about on Lights Out, the fact that Riddles had won that tournament about a week or so ago because he was getting that good off or online practice, okay, that he never had access to before. Think about it like this. We have finally perhaps found a solution to one of the greatest drawbacks that plagued Smash Ultimate, that being the online lag. So much so, my man, a lot of people's GOAT, Hungrybox, went ahead and said, you know what? This ish is so good. We're just gonna have a tournament for it. We're gonna invite some players, we're gonna put some money into it, and we're gonna make it do what it do. And it was a good event, I must say. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch as much of this event as I wanted to this past Sunday because I was playing a lot of Pokemon Go for, Go Fest or whatever. Yes, I'm a Pokemon Go fiend. And I got a Dragonite with a limited edition background, and it was a shiny. Anyway, you can see a lot of the names being mentioned here, right? Pretty impressive lineup. You'll notice you got players featured from NA, EU, Middle East, Japan, which is really important to the next part of this and really why it brings up the drama element to how we've arrived at this situation. Xion has apparently become public enemy number one. Hurt 2.0 from last year. If you remember, he was banned for some ridiculous modifications. Now, Xion says this: I'm probably the first Japanese person to participate in an overseas online tournament. Grateful to Hungrybox for inviting me without any prejudice. I hope this becomes an opportunity not only for me to find something that makes me stronger, but also for the future of Smash Bros. To expand. Wow, amazing. A revolution requires sacrifice. Put that on a shirt. This brother is spitting. Now, I think it's perfectly fair that you want to have access to compete with top NA representatives or representatives in any part of the world without having to pay a whole bunch of money to take a flight over there to play in person. Apparently, not every Japanese player does agree. Here we go. Let's put it right here. So two of the more prominent names that I saw make tweets about this, could be more, but this is what I saw, was Raiki and Matsunabe. Okay, we'll go with Raiki first. Raiki says, if the top overseas players can now practice in an environment close to offline every day at home, thanks to this new low latency mod, then how are we supposed to catch up to them in terms of practice volume? I end up feeling like, aren't we just straight up unable to win? A bit disparaging. Yesterday and today, I practiced a ton at Yanni P's place, and on the day I can make it, I'm basically trying to hit up, whatever this is. But if all that effort gets wrapped up entirely at home for overseas players, honestly, I'm just jealous. Nigga, you play Steve and Kazuya. Shut your ass up. Are you kidding me? Is this brother for real? Is the delusion not running rampant in Japan right now? What they put in that sake, nigga? The nerve of this, I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe when I saw this thing right here. Now, Matsunabe, here's a whole other can of worms. Let's read this, okay? Is it okay for tournament organizers to allow players who are publicly modding Smash Bros to participate in the tournament? If we make an inquiry to Nintendo along those lines, depending on their response, could we potentially ban players like Shion under the banner of righteous justification? Apparently, they actually respond to such inquiries pretty reliably. So you snitching, nigga? This is what we do. This is how you cheated Hurt out of potentially being ranked #1 because he got banned for like 2 months and couldn't participate in some of the biggest tournaments like Level Up Expo and Kagaribi 13. This what we doing. This what we doing in Japan? I didn't know y'all was moving like that. That's crazy. But guess what? All that hate, okay? All that discouraging text and tweets that you're throwing out, it did not stop Shion from showing up to HBox's Invitational, and not just showing up, he showed out. Look at that second place finish behind my man Jazo, who just absolutely belt the ass everybody in his path. Congratulations to Jazo. But yes, the first huge online event with this latency, and from what I saw from tweets, a lot of people were very satisfied with it. I think the only person who said something was unfortunate was Zozef, excuse me, the Roy from the Middle East, who said his match with Chag was like super laggy, but everything else was like aight. Other than that, everyone seemed to have really positive things to say. Jazo getting first, Shion right there, the Japanese lone warrior trying to make revolution happen. Meister with the third place right there, another Kazuya player, Siski Riddles, MK Leo, Homeless Advocate Z at 7. I mean, this was just a star-studded event. And let me tell you something, we'll do a little gameplay right here. It was a good one too. That's the thing. I wish I was able to watch this from start to finish because it was actually a super good event from like the top 4 that I tuned in and was able to see. Like there was really hardly to me any lag present. And I think that is the thing that is really going to help set maybe Ultimate, towards maybe potentially the end game. Again, we don't have any confirmation on when we're getting a new game, if at all. So you kind of got to work with what you have, and you have to do it to the best of your capabilities. I understand Japan has a lot of like traditions, right? They have a lot of traditions. They have a certain way of doing things. But to be honest with you guys, some of that shit, it's a little archaic, okay? You're playing this game in a competitive fashion, trying to do your best to accelerate. Why would you not take advantage of every means available? Again, I'm not Japanese. I was born there because my parents were in the Air Force, but I'm not Japanese. I'm simply stating what I believe is a fair opinion, okay? We can skip a little bit ahead. Look at this. You're going to see, okay? Now, Shion did really well here, and I'm glad that sacrifice didn't go in vain because, boy, you would have looked crazy getting ostracized from the Japanese community just to get 9th place. Boy, they would have called you dumb, and you would have been too. But look at the adulation on Jazo when he wins this. This is as important to him as winning offline. Look at this. Kadoosh! Oh my God, that brother did it right there. And guys, you can too if you check out the new latency mod. This is not an endorsement by any means. I'm still Mr. Nintendo, the big N wants this big N to love him. Anyway, if you love this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.